videos now? Huh. Yeah, I am talking from the. At the moment, I'm seated in the media shuttle, which will take us to the press conference venue, and we can see ruckus scenes over here. Indian fans are going delirious, and
Let's play it. Let's hear this. Gandhi, push the volume up. Atreya, over to you. Tell me exactly how it is. Please tell me exactly how it is.
yeah, you can see from the visuals how it is actually. I wouldn't say there's a huge number of fans over here, but they are quite a sizable number. And there was suddenly, this match was headed for a certain draw, and then suddenly something happened because Gukesh had a lot of time advantage was in his favor, and something happened. Dinglerain probably made a mistake, and then there was absolute bedlam in that room. I was in the fan zone actually, watching the last few minutes over there, and I mean. It's difficult to describe how the scenes were. I'll keep getting you the visuals as soon as I get them, and we witnessed history. Completely. Nobody believed that today Gukesh will pull it off with black pieces. Nobody thought that that's going to be the case. But that is exactly how it happened, and you can see from the reaction of the fans over there that how they reacted to it. And we are. I'm very fortunate to have witnessed this, and I'll keep getting you the updates and live visuals as soon as I get them.
Atreya, get us some more visuals. If that means you have to go now, we will excuse you. But get us the visuals. We need the mood. We need the mood.
See,
What exactly is
I
going
would
on?
like to add something here. I would like to add something here. I couldn't, catch it on my phone, but Gukesh was in tears after that game got over and when he won, and after they took hands, Gukesh was in tears. He was reassembling the pieces. That's a ritual that he follows. That I think many chess players do that. That they rearrange the pieces on the board after the game is over. While doing it, Gukesh was in tears, and it was. I don't know. How to describe this, but this is some kind of history that Indian chess will remember for a very, very long time.
I don't think it is restricted to chess. It is not restricted to chess at all. It is Indian sport
Right,
2024,
right,
highest
right.
ever achievement for Indian sport. This one, Paralympics and
And
the Cricket World
being
Cup.
an 18-year-old to have achieved this at the age of 18 against the reigning world champion is a shattering performance. I'll keep getting you the visuals. Let me just get on the bus. I'm just getting on the bus, heading
Please
for the
do,
press
please
conference.
do, please do. Get us the visuals, Gargi. Play the visuals that you already
I
have in a
almost
loop.
I almost missed a step there. I almost slipped. Uh, anyway, uh,
Take care of it, Atro. Take care of it. It has been historic. I understand you're
excuse
excited.
me for a
All
few
of us
minutes.
are.
Excuse me for a few minutes. I'll keep getting the visuals. Just I'm
Yes,
leaving now. I'll join you
yes,
soon. I'll just shoot the visuals. Huh?
yes.
I'll be back
Please,
soon.
please, 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 please. Trisha, Shomik, first comments, geopolitics, China, whatever you want to call it, Shomik, call it. But this is unbelievable. With black pieces, we had given up. We had all said draw. Let's assemble for tomorrow. What is the tie-break format? I was preparing our roster for tomorrow and sending it to Trisha saying, listen, 2 o'clock live, 6 o'clock chess live. This is how we will do. And all of a sudden, and it's Gukesh world champion. Come on, Shomik. This is unreal. Both of you, take it.
And I stopped watching. In fact, about half an hour ago, I saw a tweet from Anish Giri saying Black has 4% chance of win. By the way, I want to start this live with a plea to our government that the next Khel Ratna should go to D. Gukesh, an 18-year-old in his first World Chess Championship, downing the reigning world champion. It's an India. If you throw a dollop of geopolitics into it, India versus China, And even leaving aside that, an 18-year-old, this feels unreal. This feels whatever the experts said before the championship that Gukesh was the favorite. He was never the favorite. I mean, a callow 18-year-old taking on the world champion, he could never have been the favorite. He has pulled off, and in the last game with Black, although these days with the help of engine, that advantage has gotten a bit nullified. Still, there is slight advantage when you are playing when a player is playing with the white pieces. So from that point of view, and almost from a point of no return, given that it was heading for a draw, Gukesh blundered all right, but that is sorry, I mean Ding blundered, but that is Ding's problem. It is, I think this is, if even taken into account India's World Cup win, T20 World Cup win. Obviously, no disrespect to our para athletes, they did a commendable job. But if you see the age of this guy, 18-year-old in his first World Championship, I will put it on the top of the list.
Trisha, take it. It is a heist. If you know chess, if you see the position on the board, the computer was giving him 4% chance. Anish Giri said, "Gone, done." Vidit Gujarati actually was on chess base where he was talking about, "Oh, let's plan for tomorrow. It's done." Sagar and the rest of the guys, they were joking because it was all done. And this guy refuses to leave it. With that 1 pawn advantage, because he had time on his hand, he kept pushing because he knows tie break tomorrow. Why should I? And all of a sudden, Gukesh, 18 years old with black, opens it up. Trisha, come on, yeah. This is one of the greatest wins in the history of Indian sport. The reason we want to send our people everywhere. Did you see Atro's excitement? Did you see? He is part of history today. What he's witnessed is historic. See these visuals which Gargi is playing. Talk about. Look at this. Look at this, Gargi. If you can bump up the volume. Tell me, Trisha, tell me.
I mean, as you said, I was following chess base, and then suddenly you were sending me the schedule, and we are concentrating on what to do about the tiebreaker, how to make it big, and also, like, we had all of us had shifted to tomorrow, but definitely Gukesh hadn't. I mean, what a brilliant move, and till the last point, this is something that we have spoken about Gukesh, the calmness, I think that is what makes him so different. At no point, I know Shamikta has repeatedly reminded us that Gukesh is 18 years old. And I think we have to remind ourselves that he is just 18, because none of his behavior, none of the way he has handled the whole pressure, winning the game, then losing the penultimate, game yesterday, again back to that perfect place for Ding. It was completely advantage Ding when Gukesh and Ding came out today. From then on, it was a sure draw. 4% chance for him to win. He says, "I don't care about chances. I make my own chances." And what a brilliant win. It's the highest. We cannot end. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just at a loss of words. When you wrote that he has won, I had actually switched switched it off, and I had gone. I was like, draw, tiebreaker. I was more under pressure than Gukesh, I guess. And then you are writing me, he has won. I was like, what is he saying? What is Bodiana saying?
Guys, just do me a favor. Play the first visual, the second visual, the third visual. All you have back to back. Just play them. We will soak it in. Play it.
Excellent evening for questions. The second World Champion. The crowd is going crazy here in Kenya.
By the way, that's Gukesh coming for the press conference with his father, Rajnikant. We will absolutely, look at this, look at this. We will get Gukesh's interview. We will get you the press conference. This is why we had sent Atreo to Singapore to cover this. Shomik, take it. Talk, tell me.
And to add context, he becomes the youngest ever chess world champion, breaking the record of Mikhail Tal. So you can see, I mean, the magnitude of this achievement, just the magnitude of achievement. I mean, even thousands mile away, it's difficult. It's not sinking in. It's even thousands miles away. It's not sinking in. I don't know how he'll sink into a. He's still a teenager. He's still a teenager. So I think it will take a hell lot of time for this to sink in as far as Gukesh is concerned. But I mean, today also I tip my hat to Vishy Anand. Without Vishy Anand, this wouldn't have happened. The way he created this chess culture, the way he mentored Gukesh, the way everything has been set up. So while we stand up and applaud Gukesh for this historic achievement, we tip our hat to Vishy Anand as well.
Trisha, your thoughts on that? Your thoughts on that?
Well, absolutely. I think the whole legacy has been created by Vishy Anand, and at a time when nobody was really, talking about chess, he brought this revolution, and we've seen that. Now, I think, Boryada, we can safely say that we have a number of great players, both in the men's and women's circuit, which was clear. We won gold in both men's and women. And Gukesh is a very, very, very special player. Though, Boryada, a lot of people had actually predicted to us that Gukesh is the favorite. So, say for example, his teammates, Pragyanand, Vidit, they completely had a lot of faith in their, friend Gukesh. And look at the smile, just 18, just 18. But when I say this, I also want to point out one small thing. It's a request to everyone in Twitter now. Don't start this trend. What were you doing when you were 18? Because we were doing our job when we were 18. He's doing his work, but he has been phenomenal. Boryada, have you spoken to his father? Because come on, we know that his father is a friend of yours. Tell us.
His phone is still not accessible. I tried it. His phone is still not accessible. I'm talking
No,
to.
but
I'm
tell
trying to
me
get.
something as a father, because you recently had. I know Aishu won a school event, but we were speaking about it. It was the first time for her to win an event like that. As a father, tell me something, because his father goes with him everywhere. His father is one of the biggest supports that he has. So, tell me as a father what he must be feeling. What is the feeling?
It's different. I mean, you are world champion at the age of 18. That's how important, significant, whatever you want to call it, it is. I mean, this is historic. He's one of the greatest Indian athletes. If you want to put it in context, it is like Abhinav Bindra's first ever Olympic gold medal. It is like Neeraj Chopra's first athletics gold medal. It is like Kapil Dev's team, Mahendra Singh Dhoni's team winning the world championship. This is that scale. This is that scale. I mean, imagine your two teams won the Olympiad, the men's gold, the women's gold. Now Gukesh wins the world championship. What does this do for Indian chess? Unbelievable visuals, by the way, from Atreo. I am so impressed with Atreo's work. I have to say, I mean, right on time, literally real time, he's sending us these visuals. I am super, super pleased. Look at these visuals brought by Atreo.
Also,
Fantastic stuff.
he has broken his phone in all this excitement.
We'll buy him a new phone. Don't worry. We'll get him a new phone. Doesn't matter. All this phone, etc. doesn't matter. This is incredible stuff. Gargi, can you bump up the audio? This is the press conference soon after winning.
Our disposition to all seemed like a draw, and somehow you kept pushing. What was your moment, your feeling, the moment you played rook f2? You must have wanted, you looked like you wanted to jump out of the chair.
Actually, when I played rook f2, I didn't realize that, I mean, I was going to play rook b3 almost. But then I saw that the bishop was actually getting trapped, and after king e1, I have king e5, and the pawn ending, which is human. I mean, when I realized that, probably the best moment of
Sent another video, a breaking video. Just play it, Gargi, if you can. Unreal, yeah, unreal. Not this. This is the loop. If you want to play the loop, play the loop. But there's a new video as well. There's a new video as well. I'm just trying to see if I can get through to Anand. If we can get an Anand reaction quickly, I'll try and see if I can get through to Vishy and get a reaction quickly. Trisha, Shomik, have a chat. Let me quickly give Vishy a call.
then coming.
Shamik, could
See,
we?
the
Possibly
thing.
possible by God. I mean,
Yes, please, Trisha,
there were
please,
so
please
many
carry on.
miracles. So,
No, I was
firstly,
actually asking you that
thankful to God.
Gukesh here clearly says that even, till the last moment, he had not realized that there was an opening. And then he saw that there was an opening. But I wanted to ask you, what does that tell you about 18-year-old Gukesh's mentality, the mental strength?
It's it speaks about the fact that he is matured beyond his years, beyond his age. I mean, he has to. Otherwise, he wouldn't have won the candidates and wouldn't have played the world championship. Number one, that's why he is a special talent, and that's why it's about. I mean, at this level, so much intrigue, so much intrigues happen when Korchnoi played against Anatoly Karpov. So both from the old Soviet bloc, and they were suspecting the color of the yogurt. They were suspecting if the color of the yogurt is green, some message was coming in. If the color of the yogurt is yellow, then a different message. Then they even complained it to the arbitrator, saying that this is not on. Then we had world championships when allegations were made that the table was wired to something and conversation had been bugged. So many intrigues happened in this chess world. I mean, it is like a diplomatic, I mean, high level diplomatic meeting of the two finest minds in the sense of two finest brains. And so many now, that political thing in the Cold War, we don't get to see that kind of thing, that kind of mistake in the World Championship. But these World Championships are associated to such mistakes in the past. Bobby Fischer, he refused to play one round in the World Championship. He refused to play one round, went AOL, came back, and did that pawn sacrifice, and did it in such an extent that Boris Spassky stood up and applauded. So those are the stuff of legend, and this guy is now a legend. When you win
Can
a
we get
world
audio in the press
championship,
conference? Shomik, can we get audio? Gargi, is there audio in the press conference that Atra is sending the visuals? Can you bump the audio up
be
in this
so
visual?
cool to be inside one day. And
Too soft.
and then, I mean, when Magnus won, I thought, no, I
We should tell
really
one of
wanted
our
to be
editors to try and bump the
closer
audio.
to bring back the title to India. And this dream that I
Yeah,
had for
Gargi,
more than 10
don't
years
play
is
this
going
one
to.
live because the audio is not there. Just tell one of the editors to bump it up and send it to us. By the way, folks, these are live visuals from the press conference in Singapore. These are live visuals that are being sent by Atreyo from the press conference in Singapore. To give you the kind of background, tomorrow there would have been 4 tie-break games, and each tie-break game would be 15 minutes. So we were thinking how to bring you that coverage, and all of a sudden everything unfolds. And then if this what wasn't decided, there are 2 more games of rapid, and then two more games, sorry, two more games, and then the blitz games. And everybody was saying, oh, Ding has an
Like
advantage in the
I've done
tiebreak.
all the homework, and Gukesh has actually destroyed all this homework.
Completely gone. And by the way, Ding is ranked number 2 in the tiebreak, in the rapid, and Gukesh 23rd. So that's the kind of difference, or Ding would have had an advantage. For me, losing the first match, coming back, and then winning the 11th, losing the 12th, then winning this one is quite sensational. Is absolutely sensational. The kind of attrition this man, by the way, that's his father. That's his father, Rajnikant, as you can see from that visual. Shomik, continue. There's a quick call from one of the chess players. I'll quickly take.
And think about his courage of convictions. Several times in this championship, he refused when he was offered a draw by Ding, he refused to take that. He stretched the games. Sometimes it didn't work. Today it worked. When everyone thought it is heading for a draw, even the top grandmasters with 2,800 ELO ratings were predicting that it is heading for a draw. Then, I mean, there was some spark. I'm not reading into Dings. I mean, you have to make a mistake to give an opening to your opponent. That's the nature of the beast. But then the best thing, I mean, the important thing is to capitalize on the opponent. And when you are playing 14 rounds in this intense concentration, and this is very, very intense, I can assure you. My mind goes back to many moons ago when I went to cover Vishy's arrival after he became the first world champion. I was there in Chennai covering Gold Flake Open, and after being crowned world champions for the first time, he was coming to Chennai. It was around 1:30 a.m., 1:30 in the morning, and the Chennai airport was chock-a-block. I think when Gukesh will come, given now the and Indian chess still was a nascent stage then. I think when Gukesh will come and Atre will be part of that journey also, I think there would be an overpouring of love uh, when he when he checks in India.
Let's play the visuals for you once more with the audio, and then I will go to Trisha. Gargi, whatever visuals you have, play the visuals with the audio.
The crowd is going crazy here in King.
Astro joins us live from
Atre,
Singapore.
page
Astro,
one,
all over
8
to you. Tell me. Bolo Astro.
Yeah,
Atre, page
I
one,
just
8
taken a break
tomorrow.
from the I just taken a break from the press conference, and I must say that I am very astonished by the humility shown by the Indian world champion. And he started his press conference by saying that he congratulates his opponent. He said he thanked the opponent for putting up a lovely fight and a very spirited fight, and he was all humility actually. I mean, this is very rare to find from a sports person who's a teenager. They are all about aggro and all those things, but Gukesh was humility personified, and he the first point he made that he wanted to congratulate his opponent. And then I asked him that. I mean, he doesn't usually show emotions while playing. I mean, it's difficult to make out he's happy or he's sad. But today he was in tears. So I asked him, and he said that when Anand lost against Carlson in 2013 in Chennai, he was there in the audience. He was there as as a spectator, and he thought that it would be quite cool to get inside that box one day. Box as in where the players take part. I mean, where the game takes place. And he said it's quite cool. I thought it would be quite cool to be there one day, and to have achieved it. He said that he thanked God. He thanked his team, his parents, and everybody who supported him. And it's a very, I mean, a very humbling experience for me as well, because to see a world champion uh, and say such modest words, it's not something that you come across very often. So I think we have just
So
witnessed
let
history.
me now put you under pressure. We will need that interview. I hope you know that we will need that interview.
I know. I'm going to have a very long 2 days over here.
You do what you want. You do what you want. We will buy you a new phone, but you get that interview done. I will speak to Rajnikant. I will tell him as well. We will all do whatever, but you must get it, because for you to be able to do it there is a different ball game altogether, rather than me doing it on Zoom. You covered this tournament. You've seen it unfold in front of your eyes. You have to, because this is your this this you are part of history, like the Olympics or the Paralympics. When you see a Neeraj Chopra win gold, an Abhinav win gold, a cricket team winning, this is that level. It is one of the greatest achievements ever in the history of Indian sport. To put it in perspective, that's how important it is, Atreo. But now you tell me, when was it that you got to know? Because all of us were kind of giving up, saying draw, draw, draw. Ah, Gukesh is trying, time pressure, yes, but it's a draw. When did you hear you were in the fan zone? When did you learn that he's actually won?
The moment it happened, I mean, there was an eruption of joy in that fan zone, and I was right there with a lot of people. I mean, with me was the president of the All India Chess Federation, Mr. Nitin Narang. With me was Mr. Bharat Singh Chauhan, who was the former secretary of the All India Chess Federation. We were there all together, and a number of fans, as you can see from the visuals. So, see, nobody had an inkling that it's going to turn into a win for Gukesh. Everybody thought that it's going to be a draw. The only positive on part of Gukesh was he had a lot of time left on the clock, and that put Ding under a lot of pressure. And having said that, to win a world championship on the last match with black pieces is possibly very rare. So Gukesh has not only made history by becoming the youngest ever world champion, he has also made history by pulling it off in the last game with the black pieces. This was, I mean, completely, I mean, unbelievable.
I
Uh,
I
a lot of
agree.
people were saying
I
that he will
agree.
keep pushing.
I agree there, because five world championships out of 50 or so went into tie breaks. We were all kind of thinking that Ding will have an advantage to win a final match with black, when you've been kind of pushed after that 12th game, which was Ding's game. And at some point today, I don't know if Atro heard that, at some point today, people were saying this is looking like the 12th game. Ding has positional advantage. Gukesh isn't there. So from there to turn that middle game and then go on and play the end game like the way and not give up, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Somebody's telling me don't involve cricket. Hello, we know what we are doing. Don't give us gyan. Please don't give us gyan. Please understand that whether it's a Neeraj Chopra gold or an Abhinav Bindra gold or a Vishy Anand World Championship or a Gukesh or a Cricket World Cup win, it's there, that pedestal. That's what we are trying to talk about. How important it is, because if you give a cricketing reference in India, people will understand the perspective better. That's the whole point. If we did not take this seriously, one of our senior most colleagues would not be in Singapore. Basic logic. How many of your platforms have people reporting live from there? Do you understand how seriously we take our chess, we take our sport? Do I explain more? But Atro, tell me this. When he lost that 12th game, did you think he will be able to make a comeback? Because I got a little worried. After 11th, everybody thought Ding would implode, including Magnus. What happened was completely the opposite. Ding
I
came back and finished Gukesh in
I
the
did
12th.
not I did not think that after that 11th game when it was over, I thought that Ding would have white in two of the last three games, and that would give him an edge. And that's exactly how it happened. He won the 12th game to draw level, and then he drew with black quite comfortably in yesterday's game. That was a 13th round. So today, when he was playing with white, I thought that the best scenario for Gukesh would be take out a draw. And that is how exactly it looked like. I mean, it's not me who's saying this. It's Vishwanathan Anand who said this. So to squeeze out a win from that, it's like squeezing water from stone. So that was I mean the most fascinating part of this story it over. So this is a new beginning for Indian sports. I mean, I wouldn't say Indian chess. I would say it's a big new beginning for Indian sports in general. That
Trisha, take the call.
the new India that we talk about, the new India that we talk about, that we are so very proud of, is now completely to the forefront. I mean, who thought? I mean, 5 months ago that Gukesh is going to be the world champion. When the candidates happened, that was in around April. That was in April in Toronto. And who thought that Indian will become the next world champion? After Anand, nobody had ever qualified even for the candidates. It took some years. I mean, I think Anand first qualified for the candidates in sometime in the late 80s or early 90s. Early 90s, I think. After that, nobody ever from India qualified for the candidates. So from there to have a champion is really, I mean, as Gukesh put it, dream come true. The dream has come true. And Buria and everybody else, I will take a bit of a leave. I'll go and capture some more visuals, huh?
Yeah, and when
And
you
I'll
do
keep
that,
getting.
try
I
and get
mean,
us also try and speak to his dad. Speak to his dad because his dad needs to be celebrated as much. Try and give us as much. So absolutely go in, get us more
right.
visuals. What we will do, it is 7:10. It is 7:10. Let's give Atreyu an hour or so, Shomik. And at 8 o'clock, let's
And
come back for a
9:40.
proper
Huh?
show.
Don't forget that.
Pardon me?
In
How long do you think you can
hello.
join us? How long before you can join us again?
I can join you back in 10 minutes. I can join you back in 10 minutes. It seems like.
No. So so Atra, what I'm saying is it's 7:10 in India. Get us some more visuals, have a chat with people.
Yeah.
Should we come back in 45, 50 minutes for a proper roundup show? Is that possible for you?
I think 1 hour would be reasonable time.
We can't hear you. There's an internet glitch at your end.
I'll keep you
So
guys posted. Will be a reasonable time.
okay, let's
I
let's
think 1 hour will
let's
be a reasonable time. I mean, in 1 hour I'll be back
perfect. So let's come back, folks.
because
This is
anyway, I have certain
7:10.
things to do. I mean,
By the way, Vishwanathan Anand writes to me, my phone is ringing off the hook. Give me a little time sending you the reaction. So Vishwanathan Anand, my phone is ringing off the hook, sending you a reaction. That's what Vishy Anand just now. Clearly, this is massive for India. We will get Atro back in 45 minutes to an hour. Atro, please go. Shomik, let's get back at 8 p.m. with a live show,
yeah.
all of us with proper visuals, 8 p.m. India time. Thank you very much for
Absolutely.
joining. Let's come back at 8 p.m.
Right, absolutely.